So in this video, I'm going to present the regressions for the movement patterns I'm choosing to train. And a regression is pretty much a scaled down version of a movement. So for an overhead press, for me, the final skill that I want to achieve is a handstand press, which is probably going to be pretty hard to get there. But a really easy way to work that overhead press motion would be to grab, for example, 5-pound weights. If that's your ability level, grab those 5-pound weights, just press them overhead. So there's so many ways to work an overhead press. So if you're going to regress an exercise, you need to find your ability threshold and then work at that ability threshold. So in this video, like I said, I'm going to show these regressions, and some of them are scalable throughout the entire range of motion. So you'll be able to keep it at max intensity throughout the range by adjusting the load throughout, like the squat, the downward press, the vertical pull, and maybe one other, I kind of forget, but you're about to find out when you watch. So yeah, figure out these regressions so that wherever you are in your mobility level, you can start to work these really big fundamental movement patterns and make gains in mobility. So that way, you know, if you're somebody like my dad, you can start doing this stuff and make gains. So that way you can be fit and healthy, probably in ways that you thought you couldn't, but your potential is higher. And this goes for everybody. Your potential is probably more than you think it is in terms of what levels of strength and mobility you can reach. So you're about to see easily accessible regressions for squat, which is an extension movement, lower body flexion, and downward push, horizontal push and pull, and a vertical push and pull. So here we go. If you train squats like this, you can use your hands for just as much assistance as you need to keep it at max intensity the entire time. When you're training knee flexion like this, contract at the top to get the most out of your reps. During a downward press, use your feet for just as much assistance as you need to keep it at max intensity. This is a horizontal pull. Make sure you contract at the top. During a horizontal push, really stretch out your chest in that lengthened position. Do a pull-up with your feet on the ground for just as much assistance as you need. Keep your core tight during an overhead press. But the key is you gotta start small, start slow if you must, because if you bite off more than you chew, if you bite off more than you can chew, you're just gonna get injured. So once again, find your ability threshold and work at that threshold. Challenge yourself at the limit of your ability and push it over time. Slow and steady wins the race.